Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 2 of Round 5 of the City State Championships. As always, Super Naked Zombie.
What up?
Fucking hell. We've got to come up with a better intro where you actually get involved. Anyway, Round 5, Game 2, featuring Bandle City and Dire Straits at 1 and 3. Another loss could put them in as bad a situation as Ionia finds themselves in currently, whilst Freljord on the other side look to join Piltover at the 4 and 1 squad at the top of the league. Fighting for the Yordles this time, Veigar this time going to mid lane, Rumble going to the top lane, Tristana back into the AD carry role, Lulu in support this time, and Amumu back in the jungle as per usual.
And in the purple corner we have Ashe as an AD carry, obviously. Udyr in the jungle. We've got Anivia up top. We've got Olaf in the mid lane, and we have a Nunu support.
Wow. Those of you who already said it in your head, yes, he was wrong. Anivia's going mid, Olaf top.
Olaf, oh man, really?
Yeah, you had one job. One job. Like the
Sorry,
bird.
I was distracted by the fact that I've just learned the name of the Yeti that Nunu is riding, and apparently its name is genuinely Willy Pump.
It's not Willy Pump at all. Who told you that?
Someone's Draconos. Oh no, wait. Yeah, Raikaria just told me that Willy Pump is the Yeti. And now we've said it on the YouTube video, so it must be true.
Okay. I don't think it... Willy Pump? It's not Willy Pump, it is something like...
I'll Google it now.
Find that shit out for me, I can't Google it, honest. We just saw someone disconnect. Who was it? Or reconnect. I don't know. Well, we've got all the players present and moving, so that's not too problem. As we said, yes. Down almost at the bottom, joint second from bottom place, we do have the Bandle City. They are at 1 and 3. They are not looking good. They have only managed to gain one win over the current very bottom team, Ionia. They could really do with picking up this win to stay alive in the competition, but on the other hand, Freljord are one of the most successful teams. Their win streak has just been beaten by Piltover, and they were in the four-way tie for first place after round 4. So
yeah, after a quick Google, it turns out the Yeti's name is Willump, which is as close to Willy Pump as it matters. He might as well be called Willy Pump.
Well, Wimples wasn't exactly wrong either. I don't know where
Willump.
I got Willump. Yeah, come on, Willump isn't bad. I kind of think it would be funnier if it was Wimples. Willy Pump's maybe a little bit too obvious. Anivia playing very aggressive in this middle lane, already trying to go for this Veigar. Bottom lane, ooh, Lulu's taken herself quite a bit of damage. Must have got hit by the early Ashe there, but other than that, the lanes are just settling down on themselves. Oh, Ashe goes very aggressive, gets herself hit back in return, as we do see.
Yeah, a lot of damage going down on that Lulu though.
Yeah, but level 2 has gone in favour of those Yordles, so they have the power play, as it were, right now, but will they use it? I don't know, the others are coming very close. A Mystic Little Lance there from the Yordle, and level 2 still not got. This minion should be the one for them. As we see top lane fighting, no, they're not going to kill each other, that's fine. Amumu coming round into this mid lane, but it is warded up and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get in onto this guy. Oh, he does hit the fucking bandage toss. We do see Udyr coming down. No, Veigar taking a lot of damage in return, and Udyr's turned up in lane as well. Amumu's trying to run. They're doing a lot of damage to this Amumu here, but stun ring down. Oh, the bandage toss picks up the first blood there, and Anivia's going to go down, maybe. In response, she tries to get the auto attack off, but it isn't enough, as we see Veigar try to get in and pop that Anivia, but she still has her egg up, as far as I'm aware. Yep, she does have it up, so crazy little fight in the mid lane there, and well played by both teams, but Amumu comes out, and there goes the egg. Yeah. And Veigar once again laughing, this guy really enjoying his time in mid lane. I'm gonna move away because that laugh's actually pretty annoying, and Veigar isn't that interesting to watch in lane personally, I don't think, but he's good. Like, it's incredible to watch him one-shot people. Down bottom we see CS just in favour of Tristana now, which is not a good sign. Freljord will be wanting to come out ahead of it. We saw what happened last time in the one game that Bandle City did win. If you let a Tristana get out of control, you will have a bad time.
Yeah, up top we're seeing a surprising CS advantage to the Olaf, who's really only lost health from taking the odd tower hit. Generally, he's been bullying this Rumble about a bit. Rumble is a little bit weak at early levels before he's got his full rotation of ability, so I'm sure Olaf took advantage of that. Olaf does trade very well with most people, but I'm sure as soon as Rumble picks up his first core items, he will start to
put the pain down and onto this Olaf, and we see already a trade like that is actually going.
We've gone in on this Anivia mid, but
as we do see,
it's coming in the back and it's focusing that Veigar very well.
Yep. I'm sorry, I'm just screaming in the background here. This isn't really very good commentating, is it? Amumu not giving any shits, going into the middle there. Olaf, Udyr trying to put the damage back in return, and Amumu's just staying in there. He does get stunned up, and he's stayed a little bit too long, and the bird auto attack picks up the kill. So that's one kill apiece there, and both kills involving Amumu.
He obviously thought he was going to get a lot more help from the Veigar than he did.
Well, Veigar was out of mana, very low health.
Yeah, he was out of mana, things were on cooldown. Whatever the excuse
but sometimes once you're in that deep, there's nothing you can do.
That's very true, but the Anivia and the Udyr, they both got very low. They were down to a single bar of health each.
Yeah, good trust in each other to stay in there and focus that guy down, and landed the clutch.
If just one of them had left, the other one would have died.
As we do see Veigar pick up the Chalice of Harmony, which is going to give him a lot of mana regeneration, so...
Yeah.
It's kind of odd. A lot of people try to avoid building that item on Veigar, seeing as it does the exact same thing as his actual passive. So you can always try to prioritize getting AP instead. Two Dorans. Pardon?
Getting the AP, getting the damage. Two Dorans down on the Olaf. What were you gonna say?
No, I was going to say you can get 2 Dorans on Veigar and then use those along with blue buff to have enough. We see the trade going off in mid, and Udyr's come down again. The stun ring is down, so he's not going to be able to use it to get away from this Olaf. He flashes over, and Anivia tries to get the Q on, but can't. Yeah, it was well played. Flashed while in the bush, so they got into the bush and were a bit confused. But Olaf going aggressive into the enemy jungle here. Looks like he's going to try and circle around to bottom lane, who don't look like they're going to be backing off, but will the Freljord bot lane be able to help them out? And as per usual, the Freljord bot lane is losing. Looks like Olaf revealed.
Anivia go down mid though.
Oh, yep. She is level 6 though. She gets the stun down onto the Amumu, but she's still standing in the tiers. She gets the damage down in return, but Amumu's just more than happy to stay there with her, and she is slowly dying. She tries to get the turnaround onto Veigar, but not enough damage there. But Udyr is coming back up to try and get them, and Olaf has rotated down from top lane as well. They're chasing in onto this Veigar. He's very low, and Olaf comes in there. Oh, Veigar's going really deep. He does pick up the kill just onto the Olaf, the Udyr even, but gets killed himself. Olaf missing his axe toss there onto Amumu, who will get away underneath tower, taunting him there with his recall, and Olaf trying to mess around here, but all he's really doing is losing out on CS, trying to get the damage down over to Olaf, but I don't think he's going to get that kill without getting himself murdered. He does
just hit 6, has he?
Yep, and uses that ultimate to get in onto it, and Amumu maybe, you know, did a little bit too much there. Olaf does pick up 2 kills there, which he'll be able to transfer into some items, but meanwhile we see that
Rumble's pushing the top lane very hard.
Rumble's been able to push and make up the CS deficit that he had before. We do see a double buff to Olaf though. Will he go in for this blue buff? Looks like he will, and in the mid lane we do see them trading it down. Ultimate come down from Veigar a while ago actually, so just trading spells, just trading. CS continues to stay a little bit in favour of Tristana down bottom, and she has been able to back and pick up herself a BF sword already, while Ashe has not. Does Ashe have enough money for one? She does indeed. She should go get that quite quickly before they get their lane pushed out. But
yeah, a lot of damage went down on that top tower. It's well under half health now. And the Rumble backed off way before he needed to. It's going to be interesting to see what he's doing now, whether he's just got enough gold to go back for an item, or whether he's decided to go mid and try and gank this Anivia.
Oh, the arrow coming down onto the mid lane. It goes just wide of Veigar. That's a shame there, but that's no problem. It's a short cooldown, and I don't think that, well, if the Yordles, who are currently winning the bottom lane anyway, use that to their advantage, they could gain some kills down here, knowing that Ashe arrow is down. Because it's the only true form of CC that will really stop their all-in, and I'm stuck. Like, take over shit. We do see Anivia picking up the blue buff. There we go.
Yeah, we've got the most action happening bottom lane right this minute. That Nunu seems to constantly be at half health. It's interesting that this Tristana isn't focusing, either isn't getting the opportunity to focus the Ashe
Lulu just flashed. I think that might be a misclick or something there from Lulu, but it's unfortunate. The flash goes down there in response, and yeah, they don't have the Ashe arrow, so I guess it's all fair in love and war.
Yeah, we do have the Udyr hanging around bottom lane though.
But we also have Amumu hanging down bottom lane, and he's in onto that, and it looks like both teams want a fight. They realise that Amumu's there, and they instantly turn around. A lot of damage going down onto Udyr there, and he will drop very quickly, and that's unfortunate there. Both junglers having the same idea, so... very clean kill there picked up for the Yordles, and this is looking good for them.
Anivia and this Veigar fighting way out of lane.
Yeah, these two just tearing chunks out of each other. Anivia's got into the wrong jungle. That's not the friendly jungle, Anivia. You need to get out of there, and I don't think she's going to. Bandage Toss does land and cancels the ultimate. She does have the egg form up, and she is into it now. It's going to be a little while before she respawns, but the ultimate there may be overkill for the fact that she was definitely dead.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if she'd been in the other jungle, that egg would have helped her, but she ran the wrong way really there, didn't she?
I don't think she had a choice once her and Veigar's fight started off, but either way, those two are interesting to watch. They're just tearing chunks out of each other. I mean, if Veigar gets caught out of position and doesn't get the stun ring down and doesn't manage to blow Anivia up, or she's caught her egg up, then she's got the potential to, like, out-damage him and, like, kill him, but if he does get that pick off onto her and she doesn't have egg, then she's in a bit of trouble.
Olaf wailing on this tower top, but this Amumu should be able to come in and stop him taking it.
Yep.
Yeah, you
threads the needle there and gets it down onto Olaf. I think Amumu wants revenge for getting taken down earlier. Olaf does not have his ultimate up and must have used it in a trade with Rumble earlier, as Rumble returns to lane and Olaf is forced to back off or face the wrath of the Rumble.
Yeah.
But,
I think Olaf's cooldown ultimate might still be on cooldown from when he ganked that Veigar, because it's just come back up.
That was a long time ago though. It's definitely come up before then again, like...
It's a 2-minute cooldown, isn't it?
Yeah,
it must have been up since then.
Yeah, and it was mostly off cooldown. But anyway, what were we talking about? Yes, so I was going to talk about the CS numbers. Pretty much even on top. A little bit of an advantage to Amumu, as Udyr has been hanging around lanes a little bit more. A little bit of an advantage to Veigar mid, but you'd expect that with the kill lead he's got. But more importantly, the Tristana that should come out of lane 30 CS behind is 30 CS ahead, which that's bad news as they go in onto...
down on that Nunu there, and Nunu dies.
Yeah, good coordination there from those two to notice that they can just lay all of their damage down onto him, and far too often you find the Tristana uses her ultimate in onto someone and they get away on like slivers of health, but well calculated there from those two, and they come out with the clean kill again, and it's looking good for the Yordles. Freljord in this later half of the season maybe looking bad. I mean, we thought at first 3-0, you know, these guys are clearly going to qualify, like they're the only ones that we can safely say, like, they're odds in, as we see another gank going down into Anivia, stun ring hits there, bandage toss hitting over the wall as well, and trying to secure the kill with the Veigar ultimate there, but just
that leaves us at 7 for 3, and the Vandals are doing really well to play to fend off Freljord like this.
Yeah. We have seen Freljord, they're a tenacious team. They get very strong in the team fight phase, but Bandle City also have that advantage. Amumu Rumble, great team fight champions. Lulu is a very, very good support, and Tristana is an annoying AD carry to track down. So, and also Veigar's just going to kill someone. Like, someone from Freljord will die to Veigar. That's pretty much what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's very surprising to see Freljord struggle in both these games.
Yeah,
in their previous 2 games.
I mean, if they lose 2 games in a row, that's not just them having a bad game, that's a trend.
Yeah, that's a trend, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they went 3-0, but if they lose this game now, they end up at 3-2, and suddenly that doesn't sound quite as good as 3-1 stuff. Like, they're still 1 win away from...
the natural teams that they're better against, the ones that they fought already, and now they're up against the teams that they're gonna struggle against.
Yeah. I mean, they're not dead and out of it yet. The goal lead is not insurmountable. It's nowhere near as bad as we saw last game. Well, actually, it is roughly about the same. It's about a 4k, but it just doesn't seem like the amount of pressure is quite as heavy, though this Olaf not able to flash out there, and he does end up going down. Flashes used there from Rumble. And
yeah, I expect we'll see the top tower get taken by the Rumble after that exchange.
Yeah, especially. And it's just, the Yordles just seem to be pushing that tad bit harder and threading their kills together a little bit more. The only lane where I'd say it's wildly going in one favour is the Tristana. Lulu are just overcoming this Ashe, but nearly every game we see Ashe go behind. Like, I don't think it's because Ashe is particularly bad as a champion, but just maybe it's the support Nunu, which you hate so much, is just not good enough support these days, and their lane has just never done well in its actual laning phase, but nonetheless Ashe always comes out strong at the end of the game because the arrow is such a powerful tool.
Yeah, it's just that Udyr getting caught in the enemy jungle there and going down.
down to Chocolate Town, some might say.
I don't think anyone would say that, but let's move on.
Moving swiftly on then, okay. Blue buff being picked up by Veigar. Veigar, I'm going with Veigar. Veigar.
Yeah, Veigar. Anyway, so he's got blue buff, and we're seeing him really bully this Anivia mid. You know, she came into that. Well, she must have gone in. Oh no, never mind. But he'll be able to defend this turret now and reply to it. We did see the Rumble take the top tower a minute ago. The Olaf's back there now, and he'll push the other way. And I mean, the Rumble's back in lane, but I thought we'll see the Olaf take that top tower as well at some point, especially if he gets any help from the jungler.
Yeah. I'm not sure about the Olaf build at this point either. The Orange Blade isn't too bad to start off with. I think he wanted to start aggressive, but the Bilgewater Cutlass, or the Bilgewater Cutlass, impossible build into Blade of the Ruined King. Powerful item, arguably, but I don't know if it's the right choice. Olaf is going to struggle to survive, and amongst the heavy amount of AoE that comes out from the other team, I mean, if he doesn't have any defense, especially magic resist with double AP on the other team, Veigar's just going to one-shot him, like, and once he's dead, there's only Udyr at the front, and yeah, like,
yeah, you thought
Udyr isn't enough.
Yeah, you thought with the potential of the other team, he might have gone a bit more tanky, but
even just a Hex Drinker, like, if you wanted to build aggressively. And once again, we just see Nunu getting blown up by this Tristana as he goes in for an Ice Blast. And
yeah,
I do think the problem with this lane is the Nunu. Like, the Ashes are fine AD carry, but I think Nunu just is bad as a support these days. You see the arrow come out to stop the aggression coming in onto him, but it's not going to stop the tower getting taken. And that's the second turret in favour of the Yordles, and this game is looking good for them now with a 7-kill lead and almost 6k gold in their favour.
Yeah, I mean, this is really going the opposite way of what we thought. You know, Freljord definitely would have been the favourites going into this fight, but the Yordles are really putting them under pressure here.
I think it's maybe, this is like, the Yordle team might be like the Team Dignitas of the American LCS. Like, they're definitely not bad, but you struggle to say they're good because sometimes they just lose in such a horrific fashion that you can't see how they are ever good. But when they are good, they're on form, and they make people pay for it, as we do see Veigar getting ganked mid. Beautiful bandage toss in from the side there, and Amumu ultimate to follow it up. Damage going down onto Anivia in the background. Ultimate down onto Udyr, but he's going to get out alive, but he's going to leave that egg there, and that's going to be a dead Anivia. It's a beautiful turnaround for the Yordles.
Olaf go down to the Rumble top. He ulted a bit early, chased after the Rumble, and the Rumble just turned around and fucked him up.
Yeah, Rumble has that strong ability to turn around situations. We saw in the previous match where Bandle City won, Rumble was a deciding factor in that game, as well as he had a beautiful turnaround for a 2v1 kill or something like that, or 2-for-1 trade, I don't know. It was good play by Rumble either way, and we see the Yordles capitalising on their advantage for a 17-minute, well, almost 18-minute dragon. And looks like they're going to go into this blue buff as well, as they're very confidently taking over the map at this point, as Freljord are rapidly losing control of this match.
Yeah, I mean, the Bandles are just outright taking their blue there, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Nothing they can do about it, apart from send in Willump, that was it, wasn't it?
Willump, yeah. If you can't remember, just remember Willy Pump, and then just take out that middle syllable.
Wait, Willump. Willump.
No, Willump.
Yeah, but there's like 2 syllables you're taking out. Willy Pump.
Then just take out the P, alright?
Yeah, we can't call him Williamp.
Without the P.
Williamp isn't right, is it?
No,
as we see Rumble once again one-on-one it, and this is what I said would happen. Rumble will struggle early on, but he's got a little bit of armor now from that Sonya's Hourglass, and he's just very happily punished it.
Yeah.
But also the other side of it, I think the problem is that Olaf has only now picked up a Negatron Cloak. If he had a Hex Drinker, he would have had the damage that he wanted, but also that's the AP defense earlier and would not be struggling
on him would have
quite
been
as much.
Much better a lot earlier on. Personally, I think I probably would have built what's the blue cowl? Spectre's cowl that builds
Spectre's cowl, yeah. That's always an option as well.
I think I would have started one of those, because that gives him the life.
Big fight down bottom, and Anivia's gone before the fight even really kicks off, but Lulu does have to give up her life as Udyr's running around quite angry. And looks like they're just going to disengage from this one. Stun ring has gone down from Veigar and won't be up just yet. Dark Matter does come down.
He's turning around and laying a lot of damage down on the
but the stun ring does come up. The exhaust goes down onto Veigar, and Udyr decides to back out there, and Tristana's come in from behind, and that's a dead Udyr in the middle of the dragon pit there.
What happened to Udyr there?
I think he just realised that he was pincered and he was dead. Shh, guys, I'm a dragon. Don't. Like, And yeah, Rumble's come down to join his team, and this should be the middle outer tower for this team here. So good rotation there, good team fight. They come out with a 1-for-1 trade, but don't lose. Well, no, it's a 2-for-1 because they took out Anivia early on in the fight, didn't they? And I just realised my flies were open, and that kind of weirds me out.
Awesome.
I like to share. 10k gold.
Yeah, 10k gold and a 9 kill difference, 3 turrets. This is spiraling out of control in favour of Bandle City.
Spiraling out of control, as so many of the games do. I think it's an unfortunate thing of Season 4.
Once the team is ahead, it's very difficult to turn around.
Yes, Riot tried to stop the snowball. What happened before, it seemed like in Season 3, is once a team got ahead, they could very quickly turn a victory around. Like, quick victories weren't uncommon in Season 3. But then again, there were a lot more comebacks in the LCS than there were in this season. So far, and it just seemed, yeah, the tools there were there to get ahead if you could use them, but also they could be used against you because things like Dragon were worth more earlier. Yeah, if they got taken away from you, it would be bad news. As we just see the Yordles rampaging through the enemy jungle. I'm just going to follow the action and talk about. Yeah, I'm just going to talk about what I was talking about.
Got caught out by Olaf. Sorry. The Olaf got caught by the Amumu and the Lulu.
I just realised I'm totally in 2 calls.
Wow, excellent.
Yeah, I just got the breathing of Zach in the background. Oh my god, how long have I been in that call not realising?
Secret third presenter who's just hanging around. He's called Zach.
That's so weird. Have those who've just been listening to me? I honestly don't know. That's so weird that I've just been in that call and not noticed. Anyway, yeah, they take the top tower, and Amumu goes in, flashes in, gets the Amumu ult down. Nivea's going to go down there. She does have her egg. We've got Olaf in the middle of all this. Has picked up that Spectre's cow you talked about before. It looks like he's just going to try and get some minion farm as Anivia's beaten up by 3 miniatures. And he's now going to get caught out as he tries to juke around. Dark Matter's going to fall down onto his head. Lulu's going to slow him down. Bandage toss and a double kill for the Veigar, who now sits at 11-1 and 2. This is a terrifying Veigar. I would not want to fight it. Ashe is almost dead inside her own base. Don't know why, but we'll just leave her to it. And
I think we're going to see this Olaf build.
The surrender! 22 minutes surrender out of Freljord, a team that's stuck in it for an hour to fight it out with the Shadow Isles to come back for a victory. Have just had to give up to the Yordles. That's got a sting, and that's bad news for Freljord.
Yeah, that's very bad news for Freljord. I mean, we were saying that the game was starting to go in favour of the Bandles. It was getting to the stage where they would have struggled to turn it around, but I don't think that game was completely lost. I think we saw quite a premature surrender there.
Yeah, I think the problem was they just got themselves into disarray. Sometimes it just happens where a team just can't figure out what they need to do. They can't seem to group up. They can't get those wards down in the position they need to.
Looking at their scores on the last screen here, we've got a 0-6 Udyr. When your jungle is 0-6, that's a bad position to be in, and an 11-1 Veigar.
Yeah, that Veigar, like I said, even if he hadn't got to that point, he'd still kill people, anyone he wanted to, but his team just gave him all the kills, and the 5-0-0 Rumble as well, once again being a huge pressure in that top lane.
4-0 as well.
Rumble and Tristana are the way they need to go. They just need to do that. They don't need to fuck around with these weird support choices and send Ziggs and Lulu down bottom together. This is what the Yordles need to do, and if they can do this for their next 2 matches, they have a chance to qualify. They now sit at 2 and 3. That's not terrible. That's there's 1 game difference now between them and Freljord, and not that long ago we were talking about Freljord as the strongest team in the league. So, well played by Bandle City, and we will be back next week, maybe, but I don't know because I'm moving house and it's going to be weird. Anyway, thanks for watching.
See you next week.